Hi guys, good morning. Ayun, may airplane na dumaan. Okay. Okay guys, good morning. This is Sir Robert Bamba. So I will be your um, faculty in charge in teaching the Elective 5, which is actually a newly chosen elective for the Bachelor of Science in Information Technology. And it is actually named the Internet of Things. So wala sa sir. Hi, good morning guys. Again, welcome back to MCC. Another new semester for the new normal way of learning your course in BSIT. Huh? So I will be your faculty in charge in teaching the um, elective 5 for the BSIT students. So this is actually a newly proposed or implemented course for the BSIT, which is Internet of Things. And so the course code is Elective 5. So before we start, I would like to remind you guys that our worksheets and other activities would be distributed into two modes. The first mode that you can choose is actually in the hub. No? So you have your modules there together with the worksheets that you would need to answer, and be sure to sign your name and the respective hubs if you would prefer to choose a hard copy of um, answering the modules, or using the LMS. I have chosen the Canvas instructor instead instead of Edmodo. So we'll be reactivating your instructor or your Canvas account uh, that were actually used during your course with Dr. Dennis Tacaneda. Dennis Tacadena. So, yun ang mga gagamitin yung mga accounts, yung mga dati yung ginamit sa kanya ng account sa Canvas structure. So, I'll still be posting those emails. Then you will be giving some feedback if you have some corrections on the emails that you will be using on the Canvas structure. So, again, let's start right away to the first chapter of the Internet of Things. Okay, so now, anyways, by the way, I remembered, no, remember that lots of Internet of Things that were proposed for those who are taking the capstones. No? It's a good thing that we've started this field as one of the major capstones being proposed way back 2 years ago. It was actually started with the group of Donadillo and Gabel to get garbage and the monitoring of the water of certain residential. No? So, from then, marami nang nagpili ng IoT capstones, because in Internet of Things, siguro kaya naging interest nila is there are two skills that you could actually develop. One is your programming skills, and then your techie sides, no? Your technical sides of being IT. No? No? So, of course, I believe most of you guys went through my ComOrg course. So, having said that, so let's start right away for this chapter 1 of the Internet of Things, Elective 5. At the end of this lesson, the student should be able to, of course, define and understand the concept of IoT, understand the characteristics of IoT, appreciate the real life applications of IoT in different categorical aspects. No? Know the jobs and trends, no? Current jobs that you could actually apply for if you wish to in the near future, if you have your skills in IoT. And now the updated current trends of IoT. Of course. Introduction to the Internet of Things. Let me just arrange my camera first. Okay, let's define this IoT. So IoT, or Internet of Things, is the networking of the physical objects that contain electronics embedded within their architecture, so in order to communicate and sense interactions amongst each other or with respect to the external environment. So Internet of Things mainly monitor these physical objects or even control them. So it is an interconnection of physical objects. And likewise, it is also interconnection of people. An interconnection of machines or interconnections of equipment or the combinations of these objects. So mainly you could actually monitor and control interconnected objects. So in the upcoming years, we have this advancement in the major categories that were um, in a fast um, rapid movement of technology. IoT in the field of medicine, healthcare, power distribution, gene therapies still under healthcare, and agricultural, smart cities, and smart homes. So these are just few of the categories where IoT is actually a great way of innovating these categories. Again, interconnects all people. That is IoT. It's not just limited to interconnecting things or objects. So, like for example, we have this picture. We have here plants that represents agriculture that you could actually sense and control some parameters for taking care of the plants or the agricultural crops or any other agricultural products. And for example, its temperature, its humidity, or even its growth. Getting some parameters about this humidity, temperatures, some fertilizers, then you could actually control the production of these plants. Of course, telecommunications is an obvious part of Internet of Things. Since we are actually interconnecting objects through telecommunication means also in emergency securities, even in fire stations, so they could actually get some automatic reporting of data that there is an incident or hazard is playing or present at some places. Even in the sea, we could actually use monitoring and controlling some parameters to have a safe uh, traveling to the on the sea. Like for example, checking the weather. uh, Even your pets are involved in interconnecting things. So you could monitor where your pets are. You could put some GPS on it and put some, or even its health also, no? Like in human. So you could actually monitor the blood pressure of this old man. It's and you could actually retrieve back the health status of this old man back to your network and then to your user interface in monitoring this old man. And of course, the computer itself. It's a part or one of the major part of the Internet of Things. And what's this? It's a bag. Yes, of course. Even you're protecting your personal belongings. So, for example, if you accidentally left a bag in one place, then it would actually give you back some information where your bag is, or you could just put some alarm on it. If somebody touches the snaps on this bag, so it will automatically give you some alarm or give some alarm to intruders or any theft intentions of bad guys. I mean, education, and of course, education is part of the IoT also. And then, one more. Transportation, yes. Smart cities, one of the recipe that could include in smart cities are the vehicles. For example, you could actually give alarm to other vehicle that you are at a maximum or in a minimum distance to each other, or you could actually even report some status of the condition of your uh, car or your vehicle. Like for example, if there is some leaks in the brake, or the engine has some problem, it would actually give you some info on the monitor, or it can even actually um, report you to the nearest service center for this vehicle after and there is an automatic detection of a problem uh, within the embedded system or the embedded system IoT. Smart home. You can monitor and control some outlets, your appliances, or cameras, sprinklers, and other anything inside the home that you would want to monitor and control. And weather forecasting is one of the applications also. So these are just few categories that you would think of IoT um, as a new technology interconnecting people, interconnecting things, and interconnecting people and things. Okay. So interconnection of things or objects or machines. Through this of course, one of the recipes or technical recipe of the IoT are the sensors. We have actuators, mobile phones, electronic gadgets, appliances, and any existing items. And they could actually interact with each other via internet. Okay, so that's why it is called Internet of Things. So here's a four-layer model of IoT. So in the application layer, We have here the when we say application, it's the real life applications of IoT, like um, smart logic, smart grid, green building, smart transportation, environment monitoring. So these are just few of the major categories of application of the Internet of Things. After knowing the interface in the real life environment, we have to process the information, of course. That's why there's an information processing layer. No? And there's a data center, data mining, information security, smart decision, and search engine. Yeah, are the few examples of information processing layer. Of course, we need interconnection. How do we network these things? In wireless means of technology, we have some of these few technologies or topologies. We have this wireless area network, um, metropolitan area network, wide area network, the internet, of course, wireless LAN for limited coverage area, local area network, or even your personal area network is considered as a network construction for Internet of Things. Uh, Sensing and identification. Of course, we have this GPS for location, detection, smart devices, radio frequency identification, sensors. Uh, So these are the four layers of the IoT. So when we say sensing and identification, you're thinking of the layer of these devices. GPS, smart devices, RFID sensors. When we say network construction, it's about interconnecting things, or the transport layer if we would compare it to the Cisco networking technology protocol. So we have here the transport of the data. So we have this information processing and application. So during 2008, the number of interconnected things exceeded the number of people on Earth and is projected to increase to 15 billion in 2020. So imagine if you would want to put some IP addresses on this things, it is not possible anymore because of the massive number of things on Earth. Uh, so there should be a means of addressing this, or uh, another way of treating the identification of each things. But not all things are uh, or must have their identification. So if it's just a personal area network or other, or even in a wide area network, not all must be involved in the internet. It's just a matter of um, controlling and monitoring a simple network. So there are four main components in IoT. So it has embedded systems. When we say embedded system, it has some program, and it is a small computer that is actually being programmed. uh, um, and it is a dedicated task. So when we say embedded system, these are actually embedded system which are dedicated tasks. Once you coded one program, that is the um, repetition of its duty, no? Or the tasks, and it is a low power in a sense, so low consumption of energy for these embedded systems. Less battery consumption, high performance are the diverse factors significant role during the design of the electronic system. Of course, the lower the consumption of the battery, of course, the better. Cloud computing, yes. Since it is interconnection of things in the internet, it's a massive data. So